presented by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, a new era of sports betting. Fans filing in for the start of this weekend series. The Brewers enjoyed an off day yesterday, and today they welcome in the Colorado Rockies, coming in with a 52-89 record in the National League West. There's a look at tonight's starter, Frankie Montas, and there is a look at the National League Central standings. Doesn't get old to see the Brewers in first place, where they have been the majority of the season. The Cubs lost earlier today at Wrigley Field, so that division lead is now 9.5 over Chicago and 10 over the St. Louis Cardinals, who the Brewers just saw here at home. Good evening, Sophia Minard here at American Family Field, and the Brewers suffered tough back-to-back losses against the Cardinals, had an off day yesterday, and now they're getting ready for a short weekend series here against the Colorado Rockies before they head out west. So they already faced the Rockies in July, had a series split there, getting ready for their second meeting of the season, and a couple storylines to keep an eye on as we get ready for this three-game set. The first one being the Brewers' second baseman, Bryce Terang. He is putting together a quantum leap here in his second season with Milwaukee. Wednesday, he had his ninth three-hit game of the season and his first since July 3rd, that coming at Coors Field against these Rockies. So Bryce Terang continues to swing a great bat in the leadoff spot. 40 stolen bases for him on the season. Told you about that earlier matchup between these two teams. That was the first week of July. They split the four-game series. Milwaukee played pretty well in that four-game set. They averaged 4 runs per game. They had 2 home runs at Coors Field, and they got excellent pitching just a 279 earned run average from their starters. So looking to keep that going as they get ready for this second matchup with Colorado. And 2 of the hot hitters from that series, Brenton Doyle for the Rockies. He went 7 for 11. 3 of those hits were home runs, drove in 5 runs. William Contreras, he was fresh after being named an all-star, had 8 hits and an OPS over 1,000 in that 4-game set at Coors Field. Getting ready for this series here at American Family Field. Frankie Montas has made 6 starts with Milwaukee. We'll preview his success and the matchup here tonight coming up next.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Robin Yount statue greets the fans as they make their way inside American Family Field. We got an early start tonight. And if you're watching us, congratulations, you made it. Ryan Feltner is on the mound, the Ohio State Buckeye, making his second start of the year against the Brewers. He pitched well against them in Colorado. And Frankie Montas, he gets the ball for the Milwaukee Brewers. He has been excellent and hoping to keep that trend alive here tonight as we get a series started with the Colorado Rockies. And with that, we welcome you. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Bill Schroeder. You've already heard from Sophia Minard. As she mentioned, the Cubs lost earlier today, so the Brewers start play today right now with a magic number of 12. An elimination number could go to 11 with a win tonight, and they're going to give the ball to Frankie Montas, who's been excellent.
Yeah, he's kind of had a new lease on life, right? I mean, struggled a little bit with the Cincinnati Reds. He altered his pitching repertoire a little bit. 9-year veteran. He's been really good. His last 3 starts, 6 or more innings, and that's one thing I think that the Brewers would like to see out of him tonight. The team is 5-1 in his 6 starts. Oddly enough, he's only making his second start as a Brewer here at home. So Frankie Montas, certainly a guy that is heavy on the fastball. It's been very effective for him. Not as many splitters. He was a splitter guy over in Cincinnati. So he has been throwing the baseball extremely well.
Well, as a member of the Reds, maybe his best start of the year was against Colorado in Denver. We'll see if he goes that way today. How about the bats? Got to get him going. Churio, Adames, the rest of the crew. Let's see if the Brewers can get off to a good start against the Colorado Rockies. Friday night baseball in American Family Field. Roof is all closed up. It's a cool-ish night. Got that touch of fall in the air. And the Brewers trying to make their way to the fall schedule, the postseason. 9.5 games up on the Cubs as we begin play today. Great to have you with us, everyone. Brian Anderson with Bill Schroeder, Sophia Minard, our Emmy-winning reporter. Today's game directed by John Walsh, produced by Dan Keener. Now the Rockies arriving from Atlanta last night. They beat the Braves. Braves have fallen into a tie for the number 3 wild card spot with the New York Mets. So Colorado did a number on Atlanta last night. The Rockies know that they're going to have to play pretty good baseball. They got to go play 500 baseball the rest of the way to avoid a 100-loss season this season. Bud Black and the Colorado Rockies finishing up their road trip here in Milwaukee. They got some young arms in that bullpen. A lot of unknowns out there, and on the mound it's Ryan Feltner, who pitched well against the Brewers, but he is 1-10 with a 5 ERA coming into play tonight. Frankie Montas takes the ball for the Brew Crew in the City Connect powder blue unis. Bud Black and the Rockies coming into play tonight, 52 and 89. See their batting order brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Ezekiel Tovar, Ryan McMahon, and Brenton Doyle will start it. Michael Toglia, Nolan Jones, and Jacob Stallings in the middle of the order for Bud Black. Bottom three, Sam Hilliard, Jordan Beck, and Aaron Schunk. That rounds out the starting nine. And Bud Black, 67-year-old manager, been at it a long time, but loves the game. One of the all-time great guys in the game. And he's been given a shot of life with some of these young players coming up. Starting pitcher stats brought to you by Spectrum. Rock, break us down with Frankie Montas. His year separated between his Reds days and his Brewers days.
Yeah, 9-year veteran, as we talked about when we came on the air. He has had a new lease on life with the Brewers. Much better numbers. He's 2-1 and 382 earned run average as a Brewer. His earned run average over 5 with Cincinnati. Last time out was against his old team, and no decision against the Reds. 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs allowed. This is only his second home game with the Brewers so far this year in start number 7. Let's check out the Hyundai defense for the Brewers here tonight. Behind Frankie, you got Churio, Perkins, and Mitchell in the outfield. Ortiz, Adames, Terang, Bowers from third to first, and William Contreras pushing the buttons for Montas here tonight.
Vic Carapazza will call the balls and strikes here tonight. He's also the crew chief. Paul Clemens over at first. Roberto Ortiz is the second base umpire. Edwin Moscoso is over third. 4-man umpiring crew in place. All the pieces in place for this Friday night affair, and we are ready to play ball as Frankie Montas ready to go against Ezekiel Tovar. And the first pitch of the ball game swung on and lined into right field. Going to be caught by Garrett Mitchell. Starts with a bang and a defensive gem by Mitchell. 1 pitch and 1 out for Montas.
Yeah, better be ready. First pitch, Garrett Mitchell. That one almost handcuffed him a little bit. That ball was smoked. First pitch fastball, and he's able to take it to the opposite field with authority. Tovar all over that pitch.
1 pitch, 1 out, and here comes Ryan McMahon. 3 lefties and a switch hitter in the lineup tonight for Bud Black, as Montas hits with a strike on a fastball. McMahon comes in with 17 homers. Got some power in the middle of their lineup. Matter of fact, top 4 players in their lineup have all hit at least 17 homers. And you got 20 homer seasons from Tovar and Doyle and Toglia.
And McMahon's had good numbers against Frankie over his career, 4 for 9.
Last night the Rockies beat Atlanta 3-1 in Atlanta. They need to go 11 and 10 the rest of the year in their final 21 games to avoid a 100-loss season. And while you expect the Brewers to take care of business with the Rockies in town, they have posted wins against some of the better teams in baseball down this stretch, playing the role of spoiler.
And they're looking to continue that the rest of the way. The Brewers have struggled against teams under 500.
Brewers' schedule gets really tough after this weekend, but you kind of have to respect them all at this point. You just don't know what you're going to get with teams like the Rockies, with so many young players that they are giving opportunities to.
Free and easy, not a whole lot of pressure on these guys, and that's a tough opponent to deal with. Nothing to lose.
2-2 the count on McMahon. Here comes Frankie Montas in that exaggerated windup, and he misses close pitch on a fastball. That's what the schedule looks like after this series. Day off Monday, and then you go on a run to San Francisco, Arizona. You got the Phillies and the Diamondbacks on the next homestand. So when you hear Pat Murphy as Montas walks McMahon talk about the uphill climb, yes, the Brewers are in great shape to win a division with a magic number now at 12, but a lot of really good teams to face down the stretch.
Yeah, teams are looking to get into the postseason themselves. The Arizona Diamondbacks. Brewers are looking up at the Phillies. That's going to be a big series here at American Family Field.
Here's Brenton Doyle, talented center fielder. He is already one of the great defensive center fielders in the game, and he's hit 22 homers, 66 driven in, OPS over 800. See if Frankie can get a double play out of him here. On the ground, Turang flips it, and Adames is thrown out in time. Doyle can really run.
Yeah, Turang looked like he had a tough time getting the ball out of his glove. It took him a while to flip it over to Adames. Not sure how far Adames. Yeah, he's a little bit further away from second base, but watch, it takes him a while to get rid of it, and that cost him a double play. But he did make sure of one. You don't want to rush it if you don't have a good grip on the baseball.
Brewers are excellent around their infield defense tonight with Montas on the mound. Big swing and a foul by Tolia.
And one of the big things that Montas has been doing as a Brewer that he really wasn't doing a whole lot of as a Red, using less split-fingered fastballs with Milwaukee, more the cutter and fastball. You know, the way he's going after hitters these days.
Michael Tolia is the lone switch hitter in the lineup. It does mean Montas will face hitters off the left side in 3 of the first 5 batters. Sam Hilliard is the other lefty. He's hitting 7th. There goes the runner, swinging a foul. Looked like a hit and run was on. Doyle got a nice jump, but Tolia fouls it away. Counted a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Doyle with 26 stolen bases, he caught 5 times. They don't do a lot of running except for him.
Montas trying to post a scoreless first. Courtesy check on Doyle. Frankie went 7 innings with no runs allowed in a July 10th game against the Rockies at Coors Field, then pitching for the Reds. It might be his best start of the year, certainly when you consider the surroundings. There's the splitter, nasty one, gets a strikeout. Waited for the right time to use it, puts up a 0 in the first. Now the Brewers coming up against Ryan Feltner. Off and running here at American Family Field. The Rockies failed to score in the first. And there's Pat Murphy. He is the front runner for National League Manager of the Year. Hoping his team continues this home run binge as we take a look at the batting order. Brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook with Turang, Churio, and Contreras. First 3 up against Ryan Feltner, tall right-hander. Feltner at 1-10 this year, Rock, with an ERA over 5.
Yeah, his only win came way back on April 10th. That was at Toronto. He's 0-9 in his last 22 starts. Earned run average of .535 in that stretch. He's had 5 consecutive no decisions.
22 straight starts without a victory. As is always the case with Rockies pitchers, when they get out of Coors Field, they feel a little life as Feltner makes a catch on a soft liner off the bat of Turang. He broke his bat, and Feltner able to put it away for out number 1.
It got in on his hands. It wasn't hit as hard as I think Feltner thought initially. In good position to field his position. Able to grab the line drive. That's a tough way to start your day.
Bud Black keeping a close eye on him. He looks like he's all right. He did fall to the ground. Kind of flexing his right arm a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's Jackson Chourio. 19 homers, 69 RBIs. A home run shy of a magical 2020 season. And yes, Shohei Ohtani looks like he's headed for a 50-50 season. But what Jackson Chourio is doing was not done by Ohtani or really just about everyone else in this game. Only twice has there been a 20-year-old post 20 homers and 20 stolen bases in a single season. That would be Mike Trout in 2012. Veda Pinson did it in the late 50s. That's the rare company that Chourio is keeping right now.
And all this production started right around June 1st.
He leads all hitters in Major League Baseball since June 1st, hitting .319. 1-2 the count.
And Feltner, he's got basically a 5-pitch mix. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, slider, changeup, sinker, curveball. Seems like every pitcher has at least 5 pitches these days. Every starter anyway. There you get
the arsenal.
I didn't include the sweeper. That's only 3.2%.
If it doesn't hit the double digits, it's not on your radar.
Forget it.
You're not looking for it. Rock does his scouting reports based on the pitches he's looking for. So usually it's just 2 pitches.
Well, when I played, I looked fastball. That was it.
Everything else, you're on your own.
Swing and a miss or, whatever.
He's a 1-pitch pitcher.
Yeah.
3-2 count. Chourio takes a ball inside, almost hit him. And it'll be a walk. There's a base runner for the Brewers for Contreras.
Well, let's check out the Landmark Credit Union defense for the Colorado Rockies. You got Hilliard, Doyle, and Beck in the outfield. McMahon, Tovar on the left side. Shunk and Tolia on the right side. And Jacob Stallings, the veteran, behind home plate.
Well, with his earlier start, this 5 o'clock start, the tough sun field right now is left field. That setting sun coming through the panels. And the left fielder staring right into it. It's going to be a challenge for Sam Hilliard and Chourio. Contreras fouls it off aggressively on the attack against Feltner.
Yeah, not sure how long that is going to be an issue in the outfield. It comes and goes quickly. Of course, the Rockies are used to sun field, but the sun field in Colorado was the first baseman.
Yeah, right field, first base.
Yeah.
The setting sun, the extreme setting sun is, if you're the first baseman, setting right behind the pitcher's mound, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, a throw from third base could be an adventure.
Remember, Nolan Arenado used to skip him over there to avoid that sun. 0-2, Contreras takes a ball. It's a big weekend for the Brewers offensively. They need to get back to hitting ways. Off to a good start against the Cardinals on Tuesday, but then Monday, I should say, but Tuesday and Wednesday just couldn't deliver that big hit, and Contreras strikes out for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that was an issue in Wednesday's game against St. Louis. The swings and misses. A lot of strikeouts, with runners in scoring position. But those are the kind of things you're going to have to deal with every now and again. Still a very good offensive team. That was a pretty good pitch by Feltner right there. That breaking pitch right on the edge.
Chourio still in first. 2 men are out now. Here's Garrett Mitchell. Mitchell into the cleanup spot tonight for Pat Murphy. Still trying to find the right combination minus Yelich. And I think it's going to be a revolving door in most of the positions in the batting order.
All about matchups.
Mitchell to right, sinking, but into the glove of Jordan Beck, and that's the inning. Scoreless start for both starting pitchers. We go to the second. Rockies coming to bat.
Brewers and Rockies here at American Family Field. Frankie Montas taking the mound, and he's got the National League's best bullpen behind him. A 3.19 earned run average for that group on the season, the lowest, and just a 2.20 opponent average as well. They've been even better over their last 8 games. They've allowed just 1 earned run and 38 strikeouts in that stretch. And so talking to the lefty, Jared Koenig, about that, about just the culture and the cohesion of that group, and he said, we really feel like it's just us against everyone. He said a lot of us individually have come in as underdogs at virtually every stop in our career. He said it's about working hard, trying to get a job, trying to perform well enough to stay there and then maybe move on to the next opportunity and take advantage of that opportunity. Talking about how many of them have been designated for assignment or non-tendered, not even wanted maybe from their former organizations. But he said they've all come here and they've all bought into what the organization has presented to them. And he said the biggest thing is they just allow us to be us. They just take our strengths, they give you a nudge in the right direction, they give you the right feedback, and he said that's been a big reason why individually they're having success under Chris Hook, Jim Henderson, Walker McKinnon, Charlie Green, of course, who's out there in the bullpen with them. But it is a great collective story, and individually to see so many of them take advantage of the opportunity here, guys.
Stop me if I've said this. I mean, Chris Hook, Jim Henderson, Walker McKinnon, and the guys that deal with the pitching, they have done a magnificent job, not just this year, but in years past, bringing guys like Sophia was talking about and making them really good relievers out of the bullpen, even starters as well.
Nolan Jones can't hold up on a splitter and strikes out. That's great culture here as well. And those coaches you mentioned, as you see the swing by Jones, they quickly defer the credit to the players and the willingness to want to do more. You know, that gypsy lifestyle that a lot of those players Sophia mentioned and that we showed you, the idea that you're not a prospect, or maybe you're not pitching or playing as effectively as you want. That means you're going to be bounced around. You're going to be on the AAA to big league train. You're going to be on the DFA train, the release, the wave train. So you got to play yourself out of that, and these players have. I mean, especially this pitching staff, they've been able to settle in and know they're going to get multiple outings, multiple starts, whatever that be, and it's worked, and it looks sustainable right now. I mean, here we are in September, and the Brewers are still playing at this pace with a lot of pitchers you would not have expected to be performing like this last season.
And that's what the Brewers need to do based on economics, right? I mean, you can't go out and get your high-priced free agent. Brewers have the second best earned run average for a pitching staff in the National League. And they have been outstanding since August 22nd. Or I should say 26th.
Yeah, second best ERA in that span. 2-2 to Stallings, and he fouls it away. Brewers have the largest division lead, and they are hoping to be the first to clinch a playoff berth. Phillies have an 8-game lead over the Braves and the Mets. Brewers are up 9.5 on the Cubs. Did he go? He did. And back-to-back Ks to start the second, and 3 consecutive strikeouts going back to last inning for Montas.
Man, slider that time. He's been throwing a lot of cutters. Some would say that's a cutter with a big break to it. Whatever you want to call it, it's a good pitch. Didn't have to throw a strike, and able to get the punch out.
Brings up Sam Hilliard.
Hey, think about this pitching staff. I mean, in a lot of other organizations, these guys wouldn't be given the opportunity that they've had.
Yep.
Except for coming here to Milwaukee, they've given them an opportunity to be themselves, and one bad outing's not going to send them packing. And they know that. They can relax and pitch their game.
Ecosystem is right. There's a strike to Hilliard. You saw Jackson Cherio and left. The sun has gone behind the clouds. You think Sam Hilliard's going like, is that home field advantage?
Yeah, right. Is the sun going to be back out when I go out there?
The sun's only out, and in my eyes, when I'm in the field. When the Brewers guy's out there, no problems.
It's the old Cardinal conspiracy theories, right?
That's right. Where's Tony La Russa when you need him? He never had any conspiracy
Those
theories.
ribbon boards weren't on when they were in the field.
Never. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Montas a chance to strike out the side here in the 2nd inning. And did he go? He did, and it's a strikeout. That's the fastball from Montas. 4 consecutive Ks. Gets the side in the 2nd. Brewers coming up in a scoreless game. How about that, Rock? Follow along here. So Marion there in the middle. The last game she went to, Hank Aaron said hi to her in 1957. This is her first Brewers game. That was a Braves game she went to. So
83 years old.
Her first Brewers game.
Well done.
It took her a while.
Good for her.
But what a memory. Hank Aaron said hello to Marion. Well, hello, Marion. So next time you come, you better have a sign that says BA and Rock says hi to you.
You for sure get it on TV then.
I mean,
yeah.
Come on. I know Hank Aaron's one thing, but welcome to the ballpark, Marion. Took you a while to get here, by the way, but we're glad you're here now. Adames, little flare, and Tolia is going to make the catch for out number 1. Yeah, here comes the text messages, Marion. I tell you what, for somebody who hasn't actually attended a Brewers game, she's pretty well dialed up. She's got the Brewer earrings. What if she's related to Bob Uecker? She might be.
I like the hat.
Always great to see Mr. Baseball in the ballpark. Calling the game on the Brewers radio network.
Yep, nothing like him.
Well, I love that call he had of Churrio's grand slam. I mean, is that what's great about baseball or what? To have a 90-year-old calling a grand slam for a 20-year-old.
Yeah, amazing. He's just an amazing guy, Bob Uecker.
That ball's ripped foul by Bowers.
It's always a better day when Ueck's around.
Matt Arnold's going to join us in the booth today. Speaking of dignitaries, and there's Lane, Ueck. Did he go? He did. Wow, this is check swing city right now.
A lot of check swings. Montas' 3 strikeouts all came on check swings last inning.
2-2 the count on Bowers. And he takes a ball. Where's our man Jeff Levering this weekend?
Horseshoe.
Was it
Ohio State.
Oh, he's at the Ohio State. Which is where Ryan Feldner played his college ball. Okay. Are they going to ask Jeff to dot the I? I don't think he's there yet. One day, maybe. Bowers draws the walk. So a base runner on. That's the 2nd walk. And Bowers reaches, and that'll give us a chance to hear a quick word from PNC Bank.
If Boring had a workout, it would be the wall sit. I should probably take a break soon.
A man on with 1 away for Rhys Hoskins. And there goes Bowers. Got a huge jump. And did he keep his hand on the bag? He did. Bowers safe on a stolen base. Feldner paying no mind to Bowers.
Yeah, Rockies don't run a whole lot. Brewers, however, 181 stolen bases now. That's good for 3rd best in the National League. Just barely able to hold that bag. Check it out. Got to have strong fingers to do this.
Stallings throws it pretty well, but Feldner gave him no shot. Swing and a miss by Hoskins. No balls and 2 strikes.
Man, this is the guy Brewers got to get going here. Got a few weeks before postseason. Got to get him swinging the bat.
Stolen base numbers are excellent. 83% success rate on the steals as well, which is also excellent for a team. Hoskins, a big bat, 23 homers. 70 RBIs this year. He's the DH today. Bowers gets a call at first base. Hoskins on the Powerball home run leaderboard.
Doing exactly what the Brewers wanted him to do. Provide power. He's got the 23 homers, 70 runs batted in.
Can be a streaky hitter. He's also the kind of hitter that can carry an offense for a little while.
Especially in the postseason, he's got that pedigree.
Yeah, he's had some big moments in the postseason, which is kind of why you don't worry about him so much. But he'd love to get going too. Want to get into one of those streaks.
He was out taking batting practice, working on some drills for about an hour before the regular batting practice took place today.
He is the ultimate grinder. There's no doubt about that.
Pat Murray was out there having a chat with him, maybe just trying to relax him a little bit. Even veterans kind of get wrapped up in the wheel once in a while.
Hoskins, soft liner caught, throw to second. Bad throw. Kept in the infield. Bowers is back.
And that's what happens. I mean, you get some extra work in, you put together a good at bat, you hit a line drive right at somebody. It's a maddening game, this game of baseball. Hits this one hard. A relatively easy play from McMahon at third.
Top spin liner for out number 2. Still a runner at second. Here is Blake Perkins now. Brewers are in a team funk, hitting with runners in scoring position. Wednesday against the Cardinals in that extra inning game, they were 0 for 15 and a ton of strikeouts in those situations as well. 8 of them. Brewers had won 5 in a row after they got the news about Christian Yelich. They've dropped 3 of their last 4, and the 3 losses in that window have been in extra innings, all 3. And so many chances in extra innings against the Cardinals. Just maddening not to be able to either put the ball in play or deliver the run.
Yeah, but for the season, they've done a pretty good job in that category. 272 team batting average.
That feels cyclical, and right now they're in a cool spot. But that has not been the nature of the team throughout the year. They're still the best team, driving in 2-out runs. They're up there among league leaders in runners in scoring position, batting average, and OPS. That is a called strike, and it's 3-2 on Perkins. See if Perkins can deliver Bowers and release the valve here in the first game of this series. Looking forward to this series with the 2 center fielders, with Britton Doyle and Blake Perkins. 2 elite defenders. Perkins draws a walk. Second walk of the inning, 3rd of the game already. 3rd walk of the first 8 hitters. And here comes Joey Ortiz. See if Ortiz can get it going. He's got a good memory from Tuesday. Powerball home run number 10.
Check that pitch. Down in the zone, down in the end, just golfs it on out of here. Ortiz's home runs lately have come on pitches just like that, down in the zone.
I've been so impressed with Ortiz in his first full season in the big leagues. He's still a rookie, even though he got some time with the Orioles last year. He only played in 15 games last season, so still classified as a rookie. And he shows up at the ballpark with great spirits every day. He's just one of those energy guys. And not that he's like outwardly jumping around. It's not like that. It's just a calm, positive nature about him.
A lot of confidence.
Long inning here. This will be the 27th pitch of the inning. 0-2 the count. Ortiz had a couple of hits in the Cardinals series, including that home run. He did drive in a run Wednesday in an 0-for-4 game.
He was able to get a ground ball and able to score a run with a man at third in less than 2 outs.
2 on, 2 out. Here's a 1-2. Ortiz breaks his bat. That's a base hit. Here comes Bowers. Perkins on his way to third. And Joey O comes through with 2 outs.
That was a well-timed graphic that they put up there, right? 2-out runs. Now ahead of the Diamondbacks by 1 run in that category. Well done in the truck. And so the 1-out walk comes around to score. If he tries to pull this baseball at all, it's either a swing and a miss or an easy ground ball. Well done by Ortiz, staying on it just long enough to drive in the run.
Big pick-me-up right there. 287, put him at the top of the list. Meeting at the mound, Darryl Scott is going to talk it over with his starter. Don't forget, for every Brewers RBI this season, Northwestern Mutual is funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. 5 on the board, courtesy of Ortiz, or as Snoop Dogg called him, Ortiz.
That's our guy.
Yes. I'd use it, but feels like I'd be stealing bars from Snoop. Is that how you say it, Dom? There goes Ortiz. And the throw down to second. Late. Perkins back. Just in case the Rockies were going to try to throw out Ortiz, Perkins was ready to run. The Brewers do that as well as anyone.
Yeah, good jump. And Perkins able to get back. That's well executed by the Rockies as well.
That's how you want to do it. And if you're Perkins, you just take a lead far enough to draw a throw. Or draw the catch up in front. Well, there is no tag.
Yeah, that was the idea. They really weren't interested in getting Ortiz. They were just concerned about Perkins. So now base hit should score 2.
2 steals in the inning. Sets him up. 1-0 Brewers. Terang fights it off foul. 1-2 the count. Went upstairs on a high fastball. A 30-pitch inning for Ryan Feldner. These get very concerning for pitching coaches like Darryl Scott. On the ground, that is gloved by Tolia. Race to the bag, and Feldner is there. Great play there by Michael Tolia. Saves a couple of runs, but the Brewers do get one on the board. 1-0 Crew. They have the early lead tonight as we go to the third. Joey Ortiz delivers a 2-out RBI, puts the Brewers on the board. He's in our T-Mobile coverage cam. As you see this play by Tolia. Echo play and a speedy runner going down there. Feldner made a nice play coming off the mound as well. So chalk one up for the Rockies defensively.
Yeah, they've been pretty good defensively this year, and 5th best fielding percentage in the National League. They can pick it a little bit.
Montas pitching with a lead now. Jordan Beck leads off for Colorado. Number 8 hitter. Beck, Aaron Schunk, and then Ezekiel Tovar. A lot of young faces in this Rockies lineup. Fly ball center field. Perkins eases over. Had a little more stress on that than he normally does, but he makes a play. I don't know if he didn't have great footing when he took off or not, but a little bit of panic setting in. More than you normally see.
I mean, everything else is so routine for him, even the tough plays.
One out for Aaron Shunk. Montas has only given up the one base runner. That was a walk to the second batter he faced, McMahon, on a couple of close pitches with 2 strikes. So he's right around the zone, pitching well. He just struck out 4 in a row to end the first and then struck out the side in the second. Two balls, no strikes to Shunk. That one's in there. Another one. Got the call that time.
Yeah, a little gift. Tugged that one a little bit. Looked like it had a little bit of a cut to it.
And he got him. Oh, he set him up beautifully. Stuck a couple of fastballs on that outside corner. And then he breaks off the slider for his 5th strikeout, Rock.
Yeah, started him out with a cutter, then fastballs, and got the punch out with the breaking ball out of the zone. Dialed in right now.
7 in a row retired. 8 of the 9 first time through. Rockies go 0 for 8 with a walk first time through the batting order. Ezequiel Tovar with 2 away in the 3rd. He lined out on the first pitch he saw to start the game in the first inning. Fly ball into center. Perkins almost in his tracks. And another good inning for Montas. A shutdown inning. Brewers got him a run in the 2nd. Montas with 3 scoreless on the board. Here comes Chourio. We go to the home 3rd. Jackson Chourio ready to lead off for the Brew Crew, hitting 2nd tonight. 1-0 Brewers lead it. Matt Arnold is here just in time for Chourio's at bat. How come you always show up when Jackson Chourio's coming up? Is that like one of your things?
We all like him. I mean, yeah, good time to show up.
Hey,
right?
You shook his hand, signed that long deal. And great to have Matt with us as Chourio starts it. And first ball swinging. A pop-up, foul territory. Going to be close. And that'll be in the seats. Great to have you as always. And while Chourio is at the plate, Matt, maybe we just hear from you because we talk about it every night, but what he's doing, got a chance to go 20-20 as a 20-year-old in the major leagues.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, every night you just see this kid getting better and better, and from what we saw early in the season, you know, he's just come so far, and what he means to the group, and just how much he's grown into a big part of this, you know, going forward. And I just can't say enough good things about this kid. He's just so much fun to be around every single day, and plays his tail off, and he's doing great things here, and really excited to have him here for a really, really long time.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. I mean, his struggles. I mean, some good stretches, some not so good stretches in the first couple of months. We always say how well you guys handled his playing time early in the year, giving him some stretches off, getting him back in the lineup. You and Murph, I think, did a really good job managing him early in the year, which continued to give him confidence, and it's showing now.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Rock. Yeah, I mean, you certainly got to give these guys, a ways to grow. I mean, these guys come up to the big leagues, and they're going to hit their bumps along the way. But he's such a great kid, and we believed in him the entire way, and he's been nothing but great to this point.
Chourio strikes out to start the 3rd, 1 away in this inning. So here we are, the Brewers. I don't know if you guys are talking elimination numbers or not. We certainly are, but it's down to 12. You want to obviously win the division first. How much are you running the program to catch the Dodgers or the Phillies, win the division, or is it just the way you're running the team no matter where your position is right now?
Yeah, I think it's balancing all those things, honestly. I mean, we have our eyes on winning tonight. I mean, that's one of the things that Murph talks about every single day is making sure we win tonight and controlling what we can control. You know, so we're not really paying attention to the standings at this point. We want to just try to do what we can to put the best team on the field that night. Obviously, would love to win the division first. If we can get to the bye, that would be outstanding. I mean, that is certainly a goal of ours as well. But we just got to chip away, you know, one game at a time. And Murph has the guys in a great mindset right now to do just that.
You know, your bullpen has been spectacular all season long. I mean, what they did without Devin Williams in the first half of the season, amazing. Trevor McGill doing such a good job. But as good as the bullpen has been all year, it's even better now. I mean, you got D.L. Hall, you got Ashby, you got Joe Ross the other day. He was money. You got some tough decisions to make as you enter into the postseason, don't you?
Certainly do. Yeah, and look, it's a good problem to have for sure. But like you said, I mean, those guys, like you said, Ashby, Hall, Ross, like all those guys, not to mention everybody else down in that bullpen. It's just a great culture, you know, and that starts obviously with the coaching staff and those guys. You know, they're all contributing every single day, even before we had Devin back, and all those guys stepping up and just on a wonderful job for us.
Matt Arnold is with us, Brewers general manager, as we watch Garrett Mitchell. And Mitchell in a 1-2 count. Brewers lead 1-0. Feltner with 2 quick outs here in the 3rd inning. I think Matt's first game with us, the Brewers scored 7 runs, and I'm not sure they've scored any since. So there's a lot of pressure on the man we call Arnie. And that is into right field and going to be caught. And you put up another 0. Arnie. So
gotta get him again.
Welcome to the broadcast. Here's your
man. We'll get him next.
Here's your parting gift. You can have the Jackson Cheerio bobblehead, and
exciting.
Make sure you put that in your.
High five that guy. Yeah.
Come on. Let's go.
Cool.
No runs for Matt Arnold. And he still comes back. Frankie Montas back on the mound. We start the 4th inning here at American Family Field. And that is correct. If you just found us and we're in the 4th inning, we started this game at 5:10. Where you been? Rocks made it here on time. Dom showed up like at noon today. Well, we're glad to have you. Starting this game early, the Green Bay Packers of the National Football League.
Right. Oh, they're on tonight.
Playing tonight.
Is that right? I didn't know.
Yep. They're in Brazil, I heard. Is that right? Brazil? Seems like a perfect spot to play an NFL game on a Friday night.
Playing the Eagles.
I hear their hotel's 2 hours from the football stadium. That's quite a hike. I don't know if that's true. I read that on my social media channels.
That's always accurate.
That's 100%. Big bouncer right to Terang. Nice and easy on the hop. And McMahon is retired. Frankie Montas gave up a 1-out walk in the 1st inning and has not allowed a base runner since. He's got 5 Ks. Now we wish the Packers luck. Hope they have a great season. They're expected to be good. Jordan Love and company.
Yeah, great season last year with Jordan Love. I mean, it was fun watching him.
There were a lot of years in Wisconsin that the 3 major professional sports teams were certainly not all in playoff contention at the same time in those same years. Now it's pretty regular with the Bucks, the Brewers, the Packers. These are high times for sports fans here in Wisconsin.
Really good years.
We love it. Support all those teams. There's a strike. 1-2 the count. Plus you had the Badgers and Marquette both in the NCAA tournament. Played well in their conferences.
Can't forget the Admirals. They had a good run last year in the playoffs.
You're a big hockey guy.
Yeah, I love them. Our buddy John Greenberg, president of the Milwaukee Admirals, former media relations director here with the Brewers.
That's a fun time over there. Swing at him as Montas strikes out Doyle. Back to that slider. 6 Ks for Frankie.
Getting a lot of swings out of the strike zone with this pitch. Close enough to get the swing. The breaking pitch at 86 miles an hour.
There's the arsenal so far. Sinker, the four-seamer, the sinker, and the splitter. But the strikeout pitch, especially against right-handed batters, has been the slider. Efficient so far. 2 outs here in the fourth. We didn't have a chance to ask Matt Arnold about Frankie Montas, but you did ask him about the bullpen and how well they pitched as we went off the air. It was a 9-pitch inning, so we didn't really get into it with Matt. And contractually, he's obligated to stay only a half inning.
I thought you were going to ask.
Well,
He's stick around.
It's risky to do that.
I mean, he's willing to do it, I think.
You don't want to get the no on the air, though.
I actually think he was disappointed he didn't ask.
I'd be embarrassed if he said, nah, I think I'll just see you guys next time.
Yeah.
But we did ask him a few extra questions that we can pass along. And we'll try to do that. There's a strike. Number one, the bullpen is obviously in great shape, but guys like Brian Hudson going down to the minor leagues to try to work on some mechanics, to try to get himself right and get a little bit of a breather.
That velocity back a little bit for him. It was down.
Ooh. Miss low, rather Tolia not biting on that, and he draws the walk. First base runner since the first inning against Montas. Yeah, they're in a position of strength to be able to do that now. You know, there's a lot of teams that are needing every arm they have to try to get through the regular season. But the Brewers actually got some pieces back. They got healthy, and they have more big league pitchers available, especially relievers, than they do major league roster spots.
And they've got a bunch of guys down in the bullpen to give you, 2, 3, 4 innings, which is a real bonus at this point in the season, especially with the lead the Brewers have. You got to figure out ways to try and get those guys innings. Like D.L. Hall the other day, they took Colin Ray out after 4 innings just to allow Hall to get his 4 innings. They want to keep him on a pretty good routine. Nice problem to have.
Yeah, no question. Saw a shot in the dugout of Nick Mears, the former Rocky. Brewers acquired him from Colorado. He's on the IL with a forearm injury. There's Nick. Bryce Wilson on the IL with an oblique injury. And I would say that those injuries are not concerns for the team as far as being able to come back and being available after their IL stint. And then you have Hudson in AAA, and then you've got a couple of guys in AAA that are certainly making some noise down there as potential big league options. And the emergence of Ashby here and D.L. Hall. So tough decisions, but good decisions. Snap throw to first. Back in time. Just back is Tolia.
Yeah, good throw right behind the left-handed hitter. And the runner is shielded from that throw, but still able to get back.
Three and two the count on Nolan Jones. A strikeout victim his last time. Struck him out on a splitter. There goes the runner, and that one's in there. Little cut fastball this time. Jones had made up his mind. He was not going to chase the splitter. Frankie Montas dotted the bottom corner for a strikeout to end the inning.
Brewers and Rockies here at American Family Field, and we've got a special guest, Greenfield native, and now getting ready to start his second season with the Golden State Warriors, Brandon Pajemski. And Brandon, it's great to have you here. This is the second time you've been around the team, but today you got on the field, you got in the cage, you took BP, you did a first pitch. You played baseball up until your junior year of high school here in the Greenfield area. So just what was your day like on the field? How'd you do out there?
Yeah, well, first, shout out to Brian Anderson who set this up, and the whole Brewers, organization for letting me participate in batting practice and being able to throw out the first pitch. But as you said, I played baseball growing up, and It was always a dream of mine to play at the highest level I could. And, you know, fortunately, basketball took that in a different route. But, you know, it just felt good, and it felt like I was a kid again, being able to come out and take batting practice with the guys.
Well, we're taking a look at some of your swings here. Break it down for me. Are you a better perimeter shooter, better in BP? You said you were getting it out there like 400 feet.
Yeah, it hit one off the 400 sign. Didn't get it over, but close enough. But I think you give me a couple of days, I could hit a bunch over. But, yeah, I like BP. I love it. It's always been my favorite thing even since I was a kid.
Well, we just had Willy Adames up, and we were talking that Willy Adames, we've kind of been calling him Steph Curry, one of your teammates, of course, because Willy has 13 three-run homers. What do you think of that, making the comp with Willy Adames and Steph Curry?
Yeah, I like the comp. What Willy's doing this year in particular is very special on the, the brink of a record. Obviously, he comes up clutch with two guys on and him up at the plate. And we talked a little bit during batting practice how much he enjoys, watching us play as the Warriors. So trying to get him out to a game as soon as we can.
Well, when you came and played here at Pfizer Forum against the Bucks for the first time, you said you had almost 300 people come see you play. What's it like when you come back, you play the Bucks, and you're playing in your hometown? How cool for you?
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very special to see not only your family members, but your friends that you maybe went to middle school with, high school with, people you know through other people, come and support, as a basketball player and you as a human. And for me, I only get to come back to Milwaukee once a year and play. But every time I come back, it feels even more special.
All right, thanks so much for the time. You're heading to the Bay Area this week, so good luck starting your second season.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
He's a great one. I love that kid. Yeah. The Pod Squad, Brandon Pajemski. And he knows his Brewers, believe me. Every time he comes through the layup line when I'm calling a game in the NBA, he's always asking me about what kind of moves Matt Arnold's making.
Yeah, right.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Does he do a little bit of a fist pump and say, you're going to get me on the field this year? You did it, didn't you?
I did it.
Well done.
Dan Larea deserves, I don't have the pull to get him on the field. Let's just get that straight. Now, if Brandon Pajemski wants to think that, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But that's way above our pay grade right there.
Danny Larea, the Brewers traveling, he's in director of team travel. He's from that area.
Oh, yeah. Big fan. As is Quentin Berry, by the way. Quentin Berry is a huge Warriors fan, and obviously he has hit it off with Pajemski.
Now, 300 tickets that he got. I mean,
at Pfizer Forum.
I mean, what's the average price of a lower level ticket at the Pfizer?
I don't know, but
that's going deep into the pocket right there.
Yeah, that's a lot. Hoskins takes a strike. 1-2 the count. Brandon, by the way, was with Team USA in Paris. He was part of their practice squad, so he was on the team to scrimmage every day against the gold medal winning United States Olympic team. Hoskins just drops the bat end and punches it into right field.
Isn't that nice?
Nice. He lined out his last time up. This time around, he plays a little pepper, and he's got a base hit.
That's a really good two-strike approach, just putting the ball in play. Got jammed a little bit. We can see he's just giving up all the power, just making contact and rewarded with a base hit.
Rock mentioned Murph and Hoskins spending time together today. That's not uncommon for Pat Murphy, by the way. He tries to talk to every player every day. But knowing that Hoskins was out earlier, and you could almost book that Hoskins is out early. And Pat Murphy loves talking hitting. It's always interesting listening to Pat Murphy talk to the players, because that one's in the air to left, and Hilliard will make the catch. Murph always has some wise intuitions, not always just mechanics.
Lightens things up, too.
He does. 1-0 Brewers. We go to the 5th. All right, Rock, let's check out tonight's Potawatomi Sportsbook Advanced Stat. We're looking at Frankie Montas and the four-seam fastball this year between the Reds and the Brewers.
Yeah, he's done a really good job establishing that pitch. He's not throwing nearly as many split-fingered fastballs, and probably because of that.
Terang, what a nice play. It makes it look easy.
Yeah, he does. That's anything but easy, particularly the throw. But I mean, the split swing and fastball is not designed to be thrown for a strike most of the time. So you minimize that pitch. You're able to work ahead. He's throwing more cutters than sliders, more fastballs than splitters. And his earned run average is much better with the Brewers at 382 coming in, as opposed to what it was with the Reds when it was over 5.
27% of his pitches today, the four-seam fastball. Add one to it. He now has 11 strikes with the fastball today of his 17 that he's thrown. He's got one swing and miss. It's been a great setup pitch for him, too, setting up the off speed.
See that communication between he and Contreras. Non-verbal communication, so important between a catcher and a pitcher.
The 1-1 to Hilliard, and he fouls it away.
Good splitter there. Well done. Right on the edge.
I was always kind of wondering about the non-verbal when you got into the pitch calm era, and not the signals, but it seems to be just as prevalent. Pitchers still kind of let you know where they want it. Contreras is really active behind the plate with mechanics. I feel like he's constantly, with his body language, communicating with a pitcher about certain things they may be trying to avoid, like a shoulder flying out or stay behind the ball, all those type things. That's in there. Wow. That is a buzz bomb of a fastball. That had some carry to it. Hilliard strikes out on the four-seamer, and strikeout number 8.
This one clearly right down the middle of the plate. Wasn't looking for that, was he? Guessing with 2 strikes. Not a good idea. Pretty good pitch to hit.
Montas has a number of double-digit strikeout games in his career, but he does not have a double-digit strikeout game since the 22 season. His season high was 9 Ks against these Rockies back in June. That was as a member of the Reds, remember. He went 7 scoreless innings in that game. He's got 9 games in his career of 10 or more strikeouts, and his strikeout high is 13. There's a called strike 3. 9 Ks, matches the season high, and a little grin from fastball Frankie. Oh, we stole that from you, Freddie.
Well, suit up with MLBshop.com, just like those kids. Check out the largest selection of official jerseys, caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Brewers at MLBshop.com.
You're on TV, pal. Nice. Good to see the kids at the ballpark today. Back in school. Shout out to all the teachers and school administrators out there doing the real work. Thank you for your service, the real heroes in our communities.
Big job. Don't take it lightly.
Joey Ortiz had an RBI single his last time up. Came with 2 outs in the 2nd inning. Brewers added to their major league leading 2-out run scoring total. Ortiz with 48 RBIs now, and takes a called strike 2-2 the count. Joey's kept his OPS up above 700. He's just going to get better and better. He works at it. He is a grinder. Another one of the guys that's out early just about every day. As a called strike 3, Ortiz rung up well-placed fastball by Feltner, that comeback sinker. And the first out of the 5th. How about a quick word from Steinhoffels? Top of the order, here comes Bryce Terang. 3rd strikeout for Feltner.
Turning into one of his better starts this year. He has been much better on the road than at home. Earner and average for Felder on the road this year, 419. At home at Coors Field, over 6. No surprise there. That is a tough place to pitch.
Yeah, you feel like the ankle weights are off when you pitch away from Coors Field. I was talking to Bud Black about that earlier today, and he knows the deal when you pitch. And he was a former big league pitcher, a lefty. Little jam shot, fly ball to left. Hilliard is there. I like what Bud Black said, though, and that's kind of been the theme since he's been the manager. They've had a lot of losing seasons there, but you know, you don't manage or coach, in this case, you don't work with players based on wins, losses, ERA. You just can't do that in Colorado. There's a whole grading system they have, and ERA is on a different metric than the others. Into left center, that is going to be caught by Hilliard. Hilliard was shaded over into the gap, hits the ground hard. That's a quick inning for Ryan Felder, though. Nice catch here by Hilliard. Brewers lead 1-0. Frankie Montas pitching a gem here as we go to the 6th inning. Check out tonight's StatCast powered by Google Cloud. We're looking at the 9 Ks of Montas, and he's kind of spreading the wealth a little bit with his Arsenal rock.
Yeah, that slider's been really good, particularly with 2 strikes. He's getting a number of chases with that pitch. All the strikeouts, 9 strikeouts in just about every one of his pitches.
Smashed a season high. And here we go to the 6th with Aaron Schunk starting it. Swing and a miss on the fastball. It's been a big pitch for him tonight, Montas. Changed his arsenal quite a bit since coming from the Reds. I think the Brewers had an idea when they acquired Montas that there were some things they'd like to do. And by all accounts, and what we've experienced with Frankie Montas, what a great guy he is. I mean, he is he's a clubhouse presence. He's just a real good person. And they knew there would be no clubhouse concerns.
Veteran guy that's had really good years in the big leagues. Can't have enough of those as you head into the postseason.
And he was willing to make a few changes, which is not easy sometimes. Fly ball to right. And Mitchell puts it away.
Well, score a limited edition Freddie Peralta Brewers soccer jersey giveaway for the first 30,000 fans through the gates. That's tomorrow at the game against the Rockies. That's courtesy of Quartz. Grab your tickets at brewers.com/giveaways.
That's pretty cool for Freddie.
Freddie Peralta soccer jersey giveaway.
He's got his brother here, Luis. We'll have to set him up with one. Ezequiel Tovar at the plate. Back to the top of the order. First ball swinging. Fly ball left field. Churio can't get it. Off his glove. Fields it on a hop off the wall. And that is the first hit of the game for the Rockies.
Yeah, got a late break on it, did Churio. Not sure if he had trouble with it in the glass panels above the first base dugout. That was a hanging breaking pitch. He hit it pretty well, but Churio looked like he didn't see it initially. And that's all it took to get over his head.
Just out of his reach. And the Rockies have their first hit. Comes with 1 out. Here's Ryan McMahon. McMahon drew a walk in the first inning.
This guy has hit Montas fairly well in his career.
Takes a ball low. McMahon with 4 hits in 10 career at-bats against Montas now after his ground out today. Has 2 walks. Montas has struck him out 4 times. And he's fallen behind 3-0. When you've had as much success in the big leagues as Montas, it's tough to change. But an ERA over 5, his worst year. And I think he was ready for the Brewers to let him know what they saw from the other side. Montas was hurt in his time with the Yankees. That's the only other occasion when his ERA was higher, was his injured years and the pandemic year. But as far as like regular starts, and he was the opening day starter, just didn't have a whole lot of success. It's been a different story in Milwaukee.
Well, he's invigorated, right? He goes from a team that wasn't going to be doing much to a team that's in first place. You're willing to take some advice and some changes when you're in with a team like that.
Was a mainstay in the Athletics rotation. Into the Yankees, then 1 year with the Reds, half a year, and then to the Brewers.
Good cutter.
He's got such an assortment of pitches. Really has a good understanding. And as long as he's healthy and can throw it where he wants, he can be effective. That's the case with a lot of guys.
You see that 5th inning, only 9 pitches to get through it. 9 pitches, but 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Runner at second, 1-0 Brewer lead here in the 6th inning. 3-2 the count on McMahon.
Man, you dare throw the splitter.
And he lost him. McMahon wouldn't bite. Second time he has walked. First and second, this is the best threat of the game for Colorado, and Contreras and Adames will give Montas a breather here. That'll give us a chance to hear a quick message from Gruber Law Offices.
Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. Good luck this season. One call, that's all.
Montas does get a lot of ground balls when he's right. Tough guy to double up coming up here as Aaron Ashby starts to spring into action.
Yeah, a lot of movement out in that Brewers bullpen. Third time through, always a challenge for a starter. And these Rockies are seeing everything he's got. Really no surprises at this point.
And it'll be at least 2 batters here. Ashby just starting to throw. So the game right in front of Montas here. 2 on, 1 away. And Doyle the batter, and he takes a strike. Perfectly placed fastball. When you get that call on a right-handed batter,
yeah,
you're in the driver's seat. Especially with his great slider. On the ground, and a race to the bag. Montas is there. Head first slide by Doyle.
That's a good cutter right there. Way out in front of it, right off the end of the bat, and easy out at first base. Man, that slider has been a big pitch for him tonight.
Two men are out. Runners at second and third now for Colorado. Michael Toglia, first ball swinging, a drive to center. This is trouble. This is way back up off the scoreboard, and a 3-run home run flips that scoreboard in the Rockies' favor. Toglia with an ambush. His 23rd home run of the year.
That fastball right down the middle, and he didn't miss it. Now you can pitch to this guy, hitting a little over 200, but he's got the big power. Check it out. Watch where it is. Right down the middle. Good swing, and knocks it off the scoreboard.
That was a bomb. Tolia with 50 RBIs on the season now. And it's 3-1 Colorado. 2-out production from the Rockies. Nolan Jones with 2 away. Montas back in the windup. And he's behind 2-0.
He's got to shake it off. Brewers got to get the bats going.
They've been quiet offensively.
In 3 games now.
Five no-hit innings for Montas. Third time around has been troublesome though. 2 hits, a walk. Two and 1. 2-2 now. Well, the Brewers will have Contreras, Mitchell, and Adames coming up in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Still has good velocity. That last pitch at 95. Well located up and in.
Here's a 2-2. That fastball at 97. Full count. Just got a piece of that splitter. It's a good pitch, but
it is.
Jones able to stay alive.
Right where you want it. Down at the zone, down in the zone, right over the plate. Third time through the batting order, always a challenge. Probably going to be his last inning.
Jacob Stallings due next. Another 3-2 to Nolan Jones. And that's in there. Called strike 3 to end the inning. Rockies have the lead 3-1 after the Tolia homer. Well, we lost a giant in our industry, folks. We want to send our prayers, our condolences to the family of Philip Garvin. He was the founder, former CEO and chairman of Mobile TV Group. Started his career as an author, photographer, and a producer. He was a director, and he spent the last 50+ years making a distinct impact on the live broadcast industry. He will certainly be missed. Philip Garvin, gone too soon. Well, the Brewers are down now. 3-1 our score as the Rockies get a 3-run homer from Michael Tolia. And now got to get the bats going a little bit. 1-0 games are enjoyable when they're going, but usually unsustainable.
A little nerve-wracking.
Frankie Montas goes 5 no-hit innings and then gives up a 3-run homer with 2 outs in the 6th. That is a bitter pill. See if the Brewers offense can pick up their pitcher here.
Hadn't made too many mistakes. That was a fastball right down the middle.
Contreras takes a ball. 2-1 the count. Contreras, Mitchell, and Adames. 3, 4, and 5 in the Brewer batting order coming up. And it's 3 balls and a strike. Cubs lost today. The Yankees shut them out. That was a 3-0 game at Wrigley this afternoon. A 1-hitter by the Yankees pitchers.
As good as the Cubs have played lately, they've only been able to pick up 1 game.
Yeah, Brewers were on a nice run themselves. Hold off St. Louis and Chicago from getting any kind of momentum to think they could come back and win the division. "22 games left in the season, including tonight." Swing and a miss. Fastball by him. And a strikeout for Feltner.
Hey, ring in the new school year with College Night. That's presented by Northwestern Mutual. Coming up September 20th, students are invited to rep their school and get a Brewers tumbler with a theme night ticket package. Find seats at brewers.com/theme nights.
Brings up Garrett Mitchell, who has lined out twice tonight. He's hit the ball sharply both occasions, nothing to show for it.
Been a very streaky hitter this year, and he missed a lot of the season with injury, and had a tough time finding that consistency.
Fractured his left index finger early in the year, back in April. There's a called strike. It's 1-2. He missed 84 games. He did not return till July 1st. So been back a couple of months now. It's been a lot of time in the minor leagues trying to get his swing back together.
This guy can be an impact player in a lot of ways. Brewers continue to give him at bats. Hopefully he's going to figure it out.
Played in only 19 games last year after the shoulder injury. Prior to the shoulder injury that cost him the rest of the season. That's a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Feltner.
This guy pitching like Cy Young tonight. The Brewers have not been able to figure him out. They've only had the 3 at-bats with a man in scoring position. That was in the second inning, but nothing since.
You can see his confidence growing out there. He is making some great pitches here. Working the edges, the bottom of the zone. Seth Halverson is loosening in the bullpen.
Guy that hasn't won a game since April 10th.
This is when the Brewers are at their best with 2 outs. Their lone run came on a 2-out hit by Ortiz in the second. Got to start grinding at bats right now. Rockies close to getting into their bullpen. They've got some arms in their pen, but a lot of young pitchers. 3-0 the count to Adames. It took Feltner 46 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. Only 46 in the last 3 2/3. Five strikeouts for Feltner.
He's had a good breaking pitch. Fastball's been on the edges. It's been a good start for him.
3-1. Adames fouls it away. Bauer's due next. Adames trying to get him to the plate in the 6th inning. Each club with 2 hits. Rockies have the lone homer. Brewers have been on a home run streak as a team. They've homered in 13 straight games. Adames chases one out of the zone. Feltner strikes out the side. Brewers go in order after the Rockies scored 3. And Colorado leads it 3-1 as we go to the 7th. Toyota game reset. We are on our way to the 7th inning. Game that started just after the 5 o'clock hour here in Milwaukee. Joey Ortiz drove in the first run of the game in the second. 2-out RBI single, but Tolia with a 3-run homer in the 6th. That came with 2 outs. And that's the end of the night for Frankie Montas. Gruber Law Office's 1 call, that's all. Call to the pen. Rockets Aaron Ashby, who has been impressive in his stints out of the bullpen.
Yeah, yes, he has. I mean, what a difference between his numbers as a starter and as a reliever. Much better coming out of the bullpen. Last pitched on Tuesday against the Cardinals. 2 scoreless innings that included a punch out. Has been unscored upon in his 4 relief appearances this year.
Little tapper gonna roll foul. Jacob Stallings leading off for the Rockies.
Velocity has been really good. The curveball and slider have been good. Throwing some change-ups.
2 lefties that have infused a lot of life into the Brewer pitching dynamic. Aaron Ashby coming back from a shoulder injury, took him out 2 years. And DL Hall coming to the Brewers in a trade for Corbin Burns. And they have both just lit the fuse here about what could be if the Brewers punch their ticket to the postseason.
Yeah, look at these guys. I mean, giving them nothing. Only 6 hits in 19 innings between the 2 of them. You talk about a bullpen saving couple of guys, DL Hall and Aaron Ashby, as we head into the end of the year.
And they were certainly in the plans when the year started. But Ashby just couldn't get healthy. There's a broken bat. Nice pick by Adames. Strong throw in time for the out.
Yeah, not easy.
That was an unusual shape to that ball because it broke his bat. A little humpback liner.
Well, he played it into a short hop, did Willie, making that a little bit easier. That's inside the play by Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Good play by Willie Adames.
I think Adames is still upset at his strikeout last inning. He let that throw fly. That had some anger behind it. Hilliard gets jammed. Little lazy pop-up, shallow left for Churio, and 2 outs for Ashby.
And showing a little bit of anger on that. As much anger as you're ever going to see out of Willie Adames. He does have his 100 RBIs. That's a nice milestone for Willie this year.
Yeah, he's a homer away from 30. 2 homers away from his career best.
Looking to play every single game. Start every game at shortstop.
Beck fouls it back.
Last we were looking into that, Willie was one of 3 shortstops to have started every game this year. I wouldn't have thought there were that many.
Yeah, that's hard to do. I mean, that was always hard to do, but especially in the modern game.
Especially at shortstop, very demanding.
Right off the end of the bat, right to Bowers. And he'll flip it to Ashby, who continues to impress. 3 up, 3 down. 8-pitch inning for Aaron Ashby. Brewers coming up, bottom of the 7th. They are down 2 as Bud Black gets into his bullpen. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Havish and Rotier Personal Injury Attorneys, national reputation, hometown service, and by Cousin Subs, believe in better. Marion's enjoying her night. She's hoping for a comeback tonight. Her first Brewers game. Rally Marion.
Digging those earrings.
3-1 Rockies lead. Jake Bowers leads off. New pitcher for Colorado is Seth Halverson, who is coming out of last year's draft. 7th rounder out of the University of Tennessee.
Throws 100 with a splitter.
Split his collegiate years between Mizzou and Tennessee. Yeah, he's got a big fastball. Just 24 years of age. Minnesota kid, played his high school ball in Minnesota. And that one's in there for a strike at 98.
And last on the mound against the Atlanta Braves back on the 4th. Inning in the 3rd scoreless. A couple of strikeouts.
Joe Ross in the Brewers bullpen. Ashby, another terrific inning. 2-2 the count. How about that? What was that, a splitter?
Yeah.
Yikes. At 89 miles an hour?
Yeah. Well, you throw 100.
2-2.
This guy actually throws a few more splitters than fastballs. Splitters coming back again. Went away for a while.
Hoskins due next. Brewers need a base runner. Bowers pops it up. Playable. And McMahon will make the catch for out number 1. Another splitter that time. Here's a quick word from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Rhys Hoskins with 1 away. Brewers have not had a base runner since the 4th when Hoskins singled to right. Eight in a row retired by Rockies pitchers. 7 of those by Ryan Felder, who goes 6 innings. Only gives up 2 hits and 1 run when it's all said and done.
Far and away his best start in a while. Brewers really haven't hit a ball hard in a while.
Even the RBI single was a broken bat by Ortiz. 0-2 the count. Halverson just letting it fly here. 101 with that one. Just his 4th game in the big leagues. He has yet to allow a hit. 0 for 8 against big league hitters. Gobbled up by Tolia. Another nice play over there.
That
2
ball
outs.
was hit hard. And good at bat by Hoskins, but right at Tolia. Unfortunate.
Tolia has a couple of gems defensively tonight.
That bullet right there. Tricky hop at the end, able to handle it.
That diving play he made on Terang in the 2nd cost Terang 2 RBIs. Would have made it 3-0 if he doesn't make that play. 100 on the inside corner.
They do have some pretty good arms in that bullpen.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. He had a 4.47 ERA in the minor leagues between AA and AAA. So he was giving up some hits, just not in the big leagues. He gave up about a hit an inning in his minor league season this season, which is inexplicable.
It's amazing. Sometimes you see that, right? Get to the big leagues, they figure it out. Not sure why.
0-2 the count on Perkins. And that is through a base hit. Perkins jumped on a slider. Singles to right. Brewers needed that after 9 in a row retired.
Well, you're probably going to see Perkins maybe try and steal a base. There's a slider, didn't do much. And Perk able to hit it hard into right. So a couple of back-to-back hard-hitting balls by the Brewers. 2-out single.
And if I throw 101, I'm going to stick with 101.
Yeah, up in the zone. Good luck trying to get to it.
Not to play Monday morning quarterback here, but here's Ortiz. That is outside at 100. Halverson started his pro career after the draft last year, just 13 games. So before his call-up, he had pitched in just 54 minor league games, Rob. All out of the pen.
Well, you throw that hard, you're not going to be in the minor leagues that long. As long as you throw strikes. But again, an ERA over 4, right?
Yep.
I mean, they hit him a little bit.
57 minor league innings. That's it before he made it to the big leagues. There goes Perkins. Pitches a strike. Throw down to second. And not in time. Another steal.
That's the Brewers game. Get a man in scoring position with a stolen base. Pretty good tag out there.
Short hop cost Stallings that time. Had to go up to make the catch.
And a short hop, the glove goes up, then has to come back down.
Third stolen base of the game. First for Perkins. And now a base hit could bring one in. Ortiz 1-2 the count, 2 outs in the 7th. Good opposite field hitter. And he bounces that one up the middle. Throw to first, not in time, and it gets by. Tolia. Here comes Perkins. And the Brewers get a run out of it.
And no idea why he even threw it. And I'm not sure why Tolia didn't just block it. Wasn't going to get the out. Not a good play by the Rockies. First of all, why make the throw? Then, once the Ortiz was at first base, if you're Tolia, the first baseman, just block it. Get in front of it. Brewers will take it. It'll be a base hit, I would imagine, and an error to score the run. There you go. They're talking about stealing a run right there. Well done.
E4 on Aaron Shunk. Now Terang.
Tolia's got to do a better job of just blocking that ball, though. That's not a good play. No chance to get him at first.
Ortiz, a threat to steal a base at first. And Terang back up the middle, but right there is Tovar, and he will go to the bag to end the inning. Brewers get one back, though, on a gift from the Rockies. A throwing error, and it's a 3-2 game as we go to the 8th.
We're back at American Family Field, and don't forget, you can join us tomorrow morning for the Brewers Families Pageant, which is a dog charity event benefiting the Wisconsin Humane Society. So you can come watch all of the dogs be crowned by guest judges Christian Yelich, Trevor McGill, and Joey Ortiz. There's going to be 2 categories, and it will highlight the importance of adopting rescues. You'll also have a chance to meet dogs in need of adoption, so you can still enter your dog for a chance to participate tomorrow. Brewers.com/pageant. Fans are welcome to attend. Come hang out. Come see the dogs. Come hang out with the judges. Should be really fun tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. to noon at Helfer Field.
Got to get us on the pass list for that, Sophia. Big day. Swing and a miss. Aaron Shunk, who made that error that led to the second Brewers run of the game. Aaron Ashby back on the mound to start his second inning. 3 up, 3 down, 7th. Frankie Montas went 6 innings, giving up 3 runs on just 2 hits. He is loosening in the pin. Looks like he'll have the bottom of the 8th with Churio set to lead off. Full count. Here comes Ashby. In there, a called strike 3. Big bender from Ashby.
That fastball on a 3-1 pitch, and then got him on the curveball. Boy, he has done that a lot. Backdooring that curveball to right-handed hitters. They give up on it, catches the edge. That is a good pitch. Look at the rotation on that pitch, and Contreras sticks it for the strike.
Tovar fouls off the first offering. Well, one of the reasons the Brewers have so many comeback wins this year, they've been among the major's best comeback teams all season, is because their bullpen has been so good keeping deficits where they are. They don't allow teams to add on very often. Lazy little pop-up. Coming in is Mitchell. And more weak contact for Aaron Ashby.
Yeah, let's check out tonight's Tavern of the Game winner. It's Morty's Pub in Bayfield. That's up in northern Wisconsin by Lake Superior. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite and Marion.
Say hello to our friends at Morty's. Tell Rick we said hello. Swing and a miss by McMahon. Man, that curveball's nice.
Yeah,
that's got a Kershaw look to it when he throws it for a strike. And then he backs it up with a fastball. That's the 2-seamer version. at 95 miles an hour with movement. He's got a bigger fastball than that, the four-seamer.
It's amazing how well he's done out of the bullpen.
And he got him on 3 pitches. Ashby, 6 up, 6 down. Whole lot to like about Aaron Ashby right now. Get the bats going. Churio, Contreras, and Mitchell. That sounds like a rally.
Stephen Watson, Vinny Routino here at the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Sports. That's just 2 hits for these Colorado Rockies, but one big swing of the bat is the difference in the game.
Yeah, and the Brewers need more offense, too. 15 for their last 101 in the last 3 games. That's not going to get it done. Let's see if they can get Frankie Montas off the hook right here.
Coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. We'll talk about Montas' outing. Tolia's deep ball, the difference in this game. We'll hear from Pat Murphy. Jackson Churio looking to extend his hitting streak to 10 games. Be a good time right now, BA.
All right, let's see. First pitch. Down and away. New pitcher in the game is Angel Chivi. Is that who that is, Rock?
Chivilli.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. You got it.
21st game, 443 his earned run average.
Another guy with nasty stuff.
Got a good slider, really good changeup.
That was a changeup there. Churio, a homer away from 20. This would be a good spot for one right here. 3-2 Rockies, bottom of the 8th. Take it all the way. That's a friendly call on the changeup. Churio not leaving the box, looking very hitterish, and a swing at a miss.
And the slider, good one.
Changeups and sliders for Churio. Murphy letting Vic Carapazza know the previous pitch was a ball. Just helping him out. 2-2 the count.
Good take. Tough pitch to lay off right there.
Devin Williams preparing for the 9th, hoping it's a save opportunity. Brewers need 2 to jump in front. 3-2 the count. And a ball low. Look at Churio. That was some anger in that at-bat.
I'll tell you what, I thought he was going to get rung up. Vic Carapazza looked like he was ready to ring it up. But it was low, really low.
No. I think he's mad he didn't stay back.
Yeah.
The pitch was a ball, but something in his mechanics he didn't like.
It's not always about the result, right? The approach.
He's got the fire, there's no doubt. And you love it. Here's Contreras now. Brewers need a mistake. Need a big swing here to get things turned around.
I'll tell you, Contreras is due in a big way.
0 for his last 18. So the due bucket is full. Great hitters like Contreras. You're in a slump like that, there's a hot streak right around the corner. Big swing and a miss. Another changeup. Man, this is a good one.
Seems like he's not seeing the baseball all that well right now. It all starts maybe with taking pitches and drawing some walks.
He's thrown 1 fastball to start the at-bat against Churio, and everything else has been changeup or slider. Contreras down the line, foul, just missed the bag.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, right? Scuffling at the plate. You just missed that third base bag. Oh, yeah, maybe by a foot.
0-2 the count on Contreras. Not a whole lot of scouting reports and history with these pitchers coming in. Got to make it up on the fly. Gee, almost got that one. High slider. That actually was closer than it looked out of his hand. There's Freddie Peralta's younger brother, Luis Peralta. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Contreras, a hot one, but a double play ball. 4-6-3 double play. Contreras hit it on the button, but right at Shunk.
Yeah, Rockies turned an awful lot of double plays coming into play. Tied for first in double plays. That's a good stat and a bad stat. That means there's a lot of men on base. But they're able to turn the double play right there on Contreras.
And now Jeff Criswell joins the younger Peralta. Garrett Mitchell with 2 outs, nobody on. Adames is due next. Changeup way out in front. It's a good pitch. Take you a long way if you can master the changeup.
Especially if you put it there, right at the bottom of the zone.
The counts he's throwing them in would lead you to believe he's got great confidence in it. Brewers down 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. They played so many of these games. Split a series in Colorado in a 4-gamer and had an extra inning loss in that game. Their last 3 losses have come in extra innings. 2 against the Cardinals, 1 in Cincinnati. And Mitchell in a 3-2 count.
Brewers have had 4 extra inning games in the last week.
Mitchell trying to get Adames to the plate. Mitchell's got plenty of pop himself if he can find a mistake here. 3-2. Mitchell strikes out to end the inning. Promising start with a leadoff walk, but a double play and a strikeout, and the Brewers go quietly in the 8th. Still 3-2 Rockies. Ashby going back out. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, a new era of sports betting. And sponsored in part by Northwestern Mutual, the official financial planning partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Another low-scoring affair here at American Family Field. This is kind of the way the homestand is gone. Aaron Ashby has been a bright spot, though. 6 up, 6 down. He's back out for his 3rd inning, and a wave and a miss by Brenton Doyle. Change up from Ashby. Ashby's had a great fastball, curveball, and now a change. Just tried another one. Doyle didn't bite on that one. A lot of movement on that changeup too.
Yeah,
he's throwing his changeup 90 miles an hour.
Going away from a right-hander. That is nasty.
So good.
That is just nasty. That curveball. It's almost like it stops in midair and just goes down.
One ball, 2 strikes. Got him. Just wiped him out with another curve. 2 changeups, 2 curveballs. That's a slider officially. 2 benders, and down he goes.
Makes a really good hitter look bad.
Wow.
Nasty.
That's so good. Ashby trying to go the last 3 innings here. Been a starter, of course, so we stretched out to do things like this. There's a liner down the right field line. Tolia jumping on the first pitch and is into second base.
Yeah, just like he did when he hit his home run. First pitch from Montas. First pitch from Ashby, able to rip it down the right field line. 3 hits for the Rockies, 2 of them coming from this guy.
Yep, a 3-run homer in the 6th. Now a 1-out double in the first hit against Ashby. He's made a couple of nice plays at first in this game as well. Saved at least 2 runs with a diving play made on Terang in the 2nd. It's Tolia's night. Trevor McGill in case Ashby hits the wall here. 27th pitch, and that one misses. Jones turned away from it like it was going to hit him.
It was clearly in the strike zone.
It almost snapped back in for a call. That's in there. A fastball spotted on the outside corner.
Vic Carapaz's had a good zone tonight. Very consistent.
Ashby sitting on 3 Ks. Jones fouls it away. Looking for the put away here. He's got the matchup, same side matchup. And the 1-2 and a swing and a foul. I'll tell you, Jones hung in there on that breaking ball.
Yeah, that one right down the middle. Ashby left that one up a little bit.
Tyler Kinley in the Rockies pen. Brewers down 1. Ashby trying to keep it that way. And he got him. You knew it was coming. Strikes him out with a slider. Strikeout number 4 and the second of the inning.
You just can't hit this pitch. Lefty versus lefty. Perfectly placed down and away.
Two outs. Runner at second for Jacob Stallings. Got to watch the first pitch with him as well. And he takes a ball. Started him with a changeup. Good idea. Rockies beat the Braves last night 3-1. Swing and a miss. Back to the changeup.
Yep, embracing the spoiler role right now with the Rockies.
Ricky Weeks and Pat Murphy going through the options for the bottom of the 9th. Ashby pumps a breaking ball in there again. Ashby has thrown 35 pitches, 26 for strikes. Great command of all 4. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. And that is going to be a foul ball. Stallings just an emergency hack.
Yeah, he's good at that. I mean, just doing what he has to do to put the ball in play. We've seen it over and over again, even with his time with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Another 2-2. Throws it to the screen. And Tolia will go to third base on a wild pitch. Reared back through that one as hard as he could.
Yeah, not much Contreras could do with that.
Big pitch right here. 3-2 Rockies, 9th inning. Big insurance run over at third. Here's the payoff. On the ground to Adames. Nice big hop for him. Plenty of time. And that's the inning. And Aaron Ashby goes 3 scoreless to give the Brewers a chance. See if they got a little American Family Field magic in them tonight. In comes Ken.
I'll never give up. I'll never bow down. This is my destiny. I'm ready to fight. When it's do or die. There's no way you're killing me. I'm gonna rise above and give everything that I've got. But when push comes to shove, I take what's mine. I'll never give it up.
Marion says, get it going, boys. They should listen. 3-2. Rockies lead bottom of the 9th inning in a game that started just after 5 o'clock. And we have arrived to the moment of truth here for the Brewers as Tyler Kinley enters the fray and Adames takes a ball.
They're going to see a lot of sliders. Look at the numbers for Kinley. He has worked an awful lot. Look at this. An earned run average over 6. He's given up 11 home runs. 9 of those 11 home runs have come on the slider that he throws. You're going to see a lot of those pitches. 9 for 10 in save opportunities.
Adames is a home run away from 30 this year. Rockies lead 3-2. Here he comes, and Adames is swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's a good one. But obviously there's some bad ones in there too, with 9 homers on that pitch.
Yeah.
Ashby, 3 impressive innings.
Still hasn't given up a run yet out of the bullpen since being called up.
The 1-1. Adames got under it. Fly ball to center. And Doyle for out number 1.
Just a little bit out in front. Got it down on the end.
One away for Jake Bauers. Bauers got the start at first base tonight. He and Hoskins in the lineup together. Most one-run games since July 1st. Yeah, Brewers in a lot of them. And again, that is credit to a great bullpen.
Yeah, and we're not talking about a lot of 11 to 10 games.
A lot of games just like this.
Yeah, right.
Bauers, a cut and a miss, 1-2 the count.
Brewers got to figure out a way to get this offense going.
Tyler Kenley has Bauers down 1-2. A bloop and a blast is the old phrase. That'll send you home tonight.
Take that.
Bauers trying to get on. 2-2 the count. And Bauers, good take. So a fastball that time.
Yeah, walking a blast will work.
Blast and a blast. Anything that finishes with a blast.
Right, yeah.
Bauers putting together a good at-bat. Hunting a mistake right here in a 3-2 count. Kenley deals, and Bauers pops it foul and out of play. Kenley threw that slider right down the middle, knowing he had to throw a strike with it.
Yeah. Those are the sliders that he usually gives up to homers.
Usually the result when a hitter lays off a couple of good sliders. See what he does here. Full count. And Bauers takes ball 4. Man, that is a very good at-bat. Jake Bauers laying off a couple of tough sliders. And here comes Hoskins.
And here comes a pinch runner.
So Bauers, after his walk, will be lifted. The first Brewer to ever play for the Brewers. Brewer Hicklin will run for him, and he can fly. And I'm sure a stolen base opportunity is in the mix. You want to stay out of a double play. Hoskins, a struggling hitter. He's never hit a walk-off home run in his career. But he had a base hit earlier tonight. Hicklin was a 2020 player in AAA this year.
Pretty quick move over to first base.
Hoskins taken all the way.
Yeah, Hicklin started, then stopped.
I said Hicklin was a 2020 player. That's true, but he was actually a 2040 player. AAA this year. Had over 40 stolen bases in Nashville. First player in Sounds history to do that. Looks runnerish. There he goes. Hoskins lets him run. No contest.
Yeah, what a jump he had. Wow. And no chance. There's your tying run at second base.
He's got his first stolen base in the big leagues.
He actually overslid second. Check this out. Way beyond the bag.
Scrambling to get back. Tying run at second. Hoskins now. 2-0 count. Thinking the opposite field. He fouls it back. Can't say enough about Brewer Hicklin coming on here and stealing a base. His first ever. One out. Here's a 2-1, and it's outside. Ball 3. Scouting report on Hicklin. He is an excellent base runner, smart and fast.
Anything in the outfield, it's probably going to tie it up.
3-1. Hitters count. Hoskins on the ground foul. 3-2. That was a 3-ball 1-strike slider from Hicklin at 91. His hardest slider of the inning.
Yeah, more like a cutter, right?
Saw Perkins go back in the tunnel. Looks like Sal Frelick will be next. Rhys Hoskins would rather Frelick hit tomorrow. Trying to send everybody home happy right now. 3-2 the count on Rhys. Kenley deals. Hoskins spoils one foul. Another slider, and that was a strike.
92 miles an hour. Not too many sliders you see that hard.
Hoskins getting a good look at him here. This is pitch number 7. Guy who's given up 11 home runs this season. 3-2, and Hoskins gets under it. Fly ball in right center. Hicklin's going to tag, and he is on his way to third. The throw comes in, and Hicklin is out to end the game. What an incredible throw. The Brewers will certainly want to look at this. Really no reason to try to take third unless you know you can make it.
Milwaukee is challenging the umpire at third base.
That is an unbelievable throw. I didn't think there's any chance because he was flat-footed when he caught it. Hicklin, you know he can fly. Is the hand in there before he tags him in the face? Or does he get the glove on the hand, on the right hand? Calling the field is out. That's big.
Brenton Doyle just threw that ball 95 miles an hour, flat-footed.
Yeah, he didn't catch it like he was getting his momentum toward third base.
The problem with this play for the Brewers, the call on the field is out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really difficult to get it overturned without convincing evidence.
He tags him in the helmet or on the face. Is the left hand on the bag. In a situation like that, you got to know you're going to make it at third base.
And 99% of the center fielders in baseball, major or minor leagues, you're going to make it to third on that. But Doyle's one of those throwers. Fans looking at the replay,
it's awfully close
here in the building. It's just, I don't know. I don't see how they would overturn it, but let's see. Maybe they have a better look than we do here. Crew chief is Vic Carapazza. Rockies have 2 of the hardest outfield throwers in the game.
Taking an awfully long time to take a look at that. That's always good for the Brewers.
Here we go.
After review of the call, the field stands. The runner is out. Game is over.
Well, a tough way for a game to end right there. And the Rockies, after beating the Braves last night, Brenton Doyle showing off a cannon for an arm. And the Rockies win the opener of this 3-game series. 3-2 the final score. Brewers have now lost 3 straight. Brewers Live coming your way next with Steven and Vinny. And we'll see you tomorrow night, everybody, from American Family Field.
Another tough finish for the Brewers at American Family Field coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. This game ends on a double play after the previous 2 ended in extra innings. We've got all the reaction coming up on Brewers Live.